Today, the severe weather threat stretches across a huge part of the country, and this is the kind of pattern that does not just hit once and leave, it reloads. It's Tuesday, March 31st, 2026, and the atmosphere is already setting the stage for several days of severe weather from the southern plains to the Midwest, the Ohio Valley, the Great Lakes, and even parts of the Mid-Atlantic. For day one today, the severe threat is focused in two main areas. The first stretches from the mid-Mississippi Valley across the Ohio Valley and southern Great Lakes, where scattered severe thunderstorms are expected with damaging wind gusts and large hail. Storms are expected from parts of Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, and nearby areas, with the strongest storms capable of organizing into clusters and lines. There is also a low-end tornado risk, especially where storms can spin along the edges of those lines. Another round of storms may develop this evening along a cold front, especially from central Illinois into central Indiana, where hail and damaging winds are possible before storms become more linear. The second day one area is across western Oklahoma and far northwest Texas, where isolated severe storms are possible. A few storms may become supercells early, capable of large hail, before evolving toward a stronger downburst wind threat later, but this is where the story gets bigger. For day two, Wednesday, the focus shifts and intensifies across the southern and central plains, where the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk from northwest Texas into central Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, and western Missouri. This is a more classic severe weather setup. Storms are expected to fire along a dry line and near a warm front during the afternoon and evening. Early on, storms may remain discrete supercells, which means large hail, very large hail, and tornadoes. As storms grow together later in the evening, the threat may transition more toward damaging winds, while tornado potential can still linger into the night as the low-level jet strengthens. Eastern Kansas into western Missouri is another area to watch closely Wednesday. Storms there may develop along a lifting warm front, and the environment could support tornadoes and large to very large hail, especially if storms stay semi-discrete long enough before clustering. And Wednesday is not just about the plains. The Storm Prediction Center also says isolated strong to severe storms are possible from parts of the upper Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic. These storms may not be as explosive as the plains setup, but a few could still produce large hail and damaging winds, especially where daytime heating and the stalled boundary line up just right. Then comes day three, Thursday, and the severe threat lifts northeast into the Midwest and Great Lakes, where another slight risk is already posted. This includes areas from eastern Illinois northeastward into Michigan, with storms expected to re-intensify during the afternoon. The main threat on Thursday looks to be damaging straight-line winds, but the atmosphere may still support a tornado or two, especially in stronger convective lines where wind fields are intense. Additional storms may also develop farther west along the cold front across parts of the mid and upper Mississippi Valley, again with a damaging wind threat. And even after that, the pattern still is not done. For day four, Friday, severe weather potential shifts back into the lower Missouri Valley into the southern plains, especially from northern Oklahoma into eastern Kansas and far western Missouri. The environment there could become very unstable, with enough heat, moisture, and shear for another robust, severe weather setup. Storms may begin as discrete cells, which raises concern for all hazards, before growing upscale into the evening. Then for day five, Saturday, the threat shifts east again into the Midwest and Ohio Valley as the surface low deepens and the cold front pushes east. At this range, there is still uncertainty on storm intensity, but the setup could support at least a severe wind threat depending on how much instability builds ahead of the front. So this is the real story. This is not one storm day. This is a multi-day severe weather corridor setting up across the country. Today, mid-Mississippi Valley, Ohio Valley, southern Great Lakes, western Oklahoma, northwest Texas. Wednesday, northwest Texas, Oklahoma, eastern Kansas, western Missouri, plus parts of the upper Ohio Valley into the mid-Atlantic. Thursday, Midwest and Great Lakes, especially Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan. Friday, lower Missouri Valley into the southern plains. Saturday, Midwest into the Ohio Valley. That means people in different parts of the country are going to be watching the same pattern unfold, just on different days. And when the atmosphere starts passing the threat from one region to the next like this, it usually means the week is going to stay active, volatile, and worth paying attention to. So what do you need to do? Have your alerts on. Charge your phone every night this week. Know where your shelter is before storms fire. Do not rely on outdoor sirens while sleeping. And if you are in the plains, Midwest, Ohio Valley, or Great Lakes over the next several days, keep checking the forecast because your day may be the next one in line. This is one of those patterns where the map keeps changing, but the message stays the same. The atmosphere is not done yet. For the latest storm coverage and updates, check StormScapes.xyz.